Hello again, YouTube. Y'all know it's Black History Month, and I gotta come with something Black History related. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this Martin Luther King speech. It's 1 minute long, and I'm gonna talk about it.
We're coming to get our check. At the very same time that America refused to give the Negro any land, through an act of Congress, our government was giving away millions of acres of land.
So I gotta pause this in case somebody try to hit me with a little phony copyright. I know Martin Luther King, if he was alive, he wouldn't, but who keeping score on the people that try to act like I'm basically copyrighting this? So I want to play it. I had to pause it. Here we go.
In the West and the Midwest. But not only did they give the land, they built land-grant colleges with government money to teach them how to farm. Not only that, they provided county agents to further their expertise in farming. Not only that, they provided low-income.
So he's talking about some of the A&M schools as well as other schools. They basically didn't give us any land. Same thing they doing now. We're going to get into it. But they were teaching them how to farm on this land. And allegedly they were using melanated ones to teach.
Interest rates in order that they could mechanize their farm. Not only that, today many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies.
See, as we can see, this has always been going on. Black people getting shorted, everybody else getting funded. We keeping score on that though. Let's go to.
And help welcome our honored, distinguished guest, the Reverend Dr.
So, let's go for a ride. The channel is, for my newcomers, the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. We call it that because a lot of the things that people, the philosophies that people have are those of people that are trapped in the Matrix. Now, I might not be always good navigating myself around new builds, new parking lots, this, that, and the other. But I can navigate my way in and out of the Matrix, y'all, for sure. And so, let's talk about that. Let's talk about what Martin Luther King was talking about. This hasn't been a new practice. To this day, 2/12/24, we melanated ones still get the short end of the stick. I counted. I went through, did research. Y'all know how I always be doing research. And I counted at least 8 people that got some type of form of reparations through the years from the United States of America. Now, this is how you know that there is not, y'all hear me talk about why I say there's no white supremacy. And I'm not one that's just blindly racist towards blacks. I'm not racist towards whites. I'm not racist towards whites at all. But I will call them out when they do something weak or something racist. Like I always say. So somebody, and I told y'all about this, one of the white guys in the training made a negative racist comment about the George Floyd situation. And I looked at it like I had my own choice comments about that. And I saw both sides through that. They were wrong. But when they comment on it, it becomes a delicate subject because of the history of this country. Lynching blacks for being black. Lying on them, getting them killed, getting them lynched, getting them burned. And all these other things we ain't gonna get into. But what we gonna do on this video is I'm gonna talk about some of the ways that I know that the powers that be are not supreme. Because if they were supreme, the system would be more fair. Now, I know what the Bible prophecy said about us being scattered abroad and how we would be treated in the other nations, but I mean, come on now. Is this the Most High's judgment, or is this somebody that just egging it on, continuing it? At this point, it's no longer the Most High's judgment. It's people that are forcing this stuff. It's not the Most High's judgment anymore. So what he was talking about was kind of what's going on now. Now, y'all be voting for Biden. And another way I know they're inferior is every time I say anything about the Democrats or the Biden, I get less views than any other video that I make. I know somebody's doing that. And whoever you are, I just want you to know that you're being unfair. You're being unfair. You should allow me to say what I got to say, just like whatever your beliefs are. The people who agree with you should not get free reins in terms of recommendations of the video, so on and so forth. Now, it's also been a brainwashing process that is going on to this day. And it's been going on. And I made a video earlier that kind of got cut off that I'm going to upload, talking about integration. We're going to talk about it a little bit on here too. But ain't no supreme. Supreme is like, I'm better than you and I'm a prover. That's supreme. That's like, let's say I'm playing basketball and I'm getting ready to go against an opponent and I know I'm better than him. So we get to playing and I'm gonna prove it. I ain't gonna cheat. I'm gonna beat him fair and square. But that's not what people do. See, y'all can say what y'all want. It's obvious that Democrats do not like black people. Y'all need to stop. You could say, if you say they neither one, okay, I could give you that, because it's people that's bad on both sides. But don't try to act like these Democrats like black people, because Republicans got their share programs for the poor as well. But this migrant stuff just proves. So y'all talking about Michelle Obama being a nominee. If you vote for Michelle Obama, you voting for Barack Obama. What did Barack Obama do for us? I'll wait. How much did he give to the black colleges? Did he give more to the black colleges than Trump did? Huh? What you say? What was your answer? Don't pay no attention to know if she get to eating fried chicken and greens and dancing and stuff. Don't let that affect your vote. You vote for her, you voting for the migrants. You vote for her, you voting for. Y'all know Barack tried to give Mexicans former reparation. But then they have him on video saying, I'm not giving blacks reparations. Y'all see that, right? So it's obvious that you gotta give Trump another chance to show what he can do. Now, I'll turn against Trump. If Trump get in there trying to force people to put stuff in their bodies and doing all that old weirdo stuff, then I'll vote against him next time. Maybe not for no Democrat. My hope would be to have a better Republican candidate, because Republican is traditionally and typically less government. They ain't gonna be trying to force you this and force you that and do your thinking for you. That's traditionally how it always been. And that's why when you see a Republican that knows what he's doing. You're going to see the interest rates on mortgage go down. You're going to see the gas prices go down. You're going to see business, and business is going to thrive more so than a Democrat. Democrats want to bring everybody over here. For what? Why are you bringing people over here? They trying to, I'm telling you, they don't like us, man. And y'all steady, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. No, I'm not black if I vote for you, Biden. You had it backwards. Like you got a lot of stuff nowadays from what I hear. If I vote for you, I'm not black. Because you can, okay, now watch this. He can get those migrants $9,000 a person a month, right? But he gave us, what was the stimulus? Like 300, it was like 3,000 total. Like 6 payments, there was only $3,000. But he giving them with no U.S. citizenship. The majority of them had no background of their families being enslaved in times past. And he's giving them, trying to give them $9,000. I think he already gave it to them. So if you got enough, and what was it, like 553 billion? Okay, so you don't gotta tell me. I know you don't like me. Biden don't like me, and he don't like the rest of you melanateds. He don't like us, man. Because for him to give them just out of the blue, people that's not even from here, that much money, that much access, it shows me that he don't like me, man. You say, well, political process is matrix. And yeah, it might be. But like I tell y'all all the time, the Republicans are the slow track to cashless society, the slow track to the mark of the beast, to communism. Like, why would we, and this was crazy, why would we try to be like the very countries that don't even like us? That's what don't make no sense at all, man. It just don't. Trying to be like the countries who don't like you, man. It's dumb. Okay, I think Biden, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton. Okay, y'all prove your point. I know y'all don't like black people. Y'all deceive them. You know what they do? And I throw Barack and Michelle in there too, because they with them too. But here's what they do. Y'all remember on Roots when Jimmy Brent, Evan's little brother, came back from the war and he told Tom, we got to trust each other one day. Said, go to my house and fetch me some clothes, right? And then when Tom left, he called him the N-word. And so Tom went to go do it. And when he was coming back, he found Jimmy Brent trying to grape his wife. He's like, you sweet thing, you. I don't mean no harm. I just want to have a little fun. His wife came in there because she knew it's obvious that he had already raped her. She's like, where's Tom? She got scared all of a sudden, which showed that Jimmy Brent already got to her. So when Tom came back, he held his hand out. His wife came running to him and was glad he came and like saved her. So he went back to racist man mode. All right, fetch me them clothes. Tom put his clothes on the coals. So he said, I do believe you looking for a whooping. Tom was like, no, you ain't gonna do nothing to me. He said, how so? He said, because I'm not gonna let you, Jimmy Brent. And so Jimmy Brent was trying to get closer to fight him. And if Jimmy Brent could have overpowered Tom, he would have murdered, he would have deleted Tom. So they fighting. Tom get the upper hand. He like, listen to me. Take this message to hell. The last hand that touched you was my black hands. That's one of my favorite sayings on Roots. So he took him out. And he told his wife, because she probably never saw Tom act violent like that. He said to her it was either him or me. Trying to get her to understand, just like you know how black women is now. You got to get them to understand it's either him or me. You can't have both. So Tom was different after that. When he came back, he told Jimmy Brent, I believed you. I wanted it to be true. I believed you. Jimmy Brent wasn't hearing it. And that's when Tom accelerated. Tom knew they was going to fight. He said, you ain't gonna do nothing to me. So that reminds me of Joe Biden, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, the Democrats in general. We gotta trust each other somehow. Pretending to like you, but probably calling you the N-word when you ain't around. And their actions demonstrate they don't like us, man. Why do y'all keep voting for them, man? Let me tell you something. At this point, and we're going to get back to Martin Luther King in a second. Because when Martin Luther King was voting for conservatives at first. And so he had to be convinced to change his views. Now, again, at this point, how you gonna make it to heaven hating Trump? So I don't hate Biden. I just know he's not the answer. I don't want a cashless society. I think it's pointless, and I think it gives the element of slavery all over again. Just like I believe that how the market of the beast gonna be. You can't even buy what you want, and you think they discriminate against us now. I guarantee you our purchases will be getting improved less. And if they went by that social credit score stuff, we gonna have the lowest credit scores, kind of like we do now. Y'all better get like Tom. When Tom saw the truth, he said, I believed you. I wanted it to be true. I believed you. Watch Roots. It's going to be on TV. Watch it. I don't care if it is plagiarized. It's a good portrayal. Just like you got skits on YouTube that show you what really be happening. That was very accurate. Guaranteed. From what I read about how slavery was, it was some accuracy. So Tom said, I believed you. I wanted it to be true. I believed you. And he tried to go back into his power mode. Look, man, I can't even trust you. You ain't got no power over me. He said, you ain't gonna do nothing to me. Cause I ain't gonna let you. See, we let people do stuff to us. Y'all get all emotional. They using MK Ultra tactics. They using divide conquer tactics against y'all. They only want to focus on things Trump say. Yes, Trump needs to have a better tact when he talks. But to me, his actions speak louder than his words. Just like Biden's actions speak louder than his words. And his administration. And their actions tell me what? That they don't like me. You giving them $9,000. You give me $9,000? I got proof my ancestors were slaves. At least half of them. Like some of them was on the other side. Maroons being used to control them. You know, overseeing this. But no, man, no. They try to give everybody stuff but us. And matter of fact, let's go here. How are these guys able to all come over here and set up shop in the first place? Because of legislation Bill Clinton passed when he was in office. Like, it should be checks and balances where, okay, you know, that's almost like me going, I already got 4 kids, 2 grown, 2 young. And that's like me trying to adopt 20 kids. That's going to take away from the kids I already got, ain't it? It is. That's what they did with those migrants. And Trump, don't come with, we don't want to hear about no arm water, man. We want you to get them and take them back. Y'all see what the United States need to do? The United States need to show these people how to build up their countries and create industry deals with them where they could stay and do that in their own country. And we could basically, and then if they want to come over here, do it the right way. No green card, American citizenship. Do you want to come over here still? Do it the right way. Other than that, we should be helping them build up their countries. Not to the detriment of ours, though. See, I'll stand on my hat. We have such a homeless problem right now. How are you spending that much money on migrants with the homeless problem you have? They can literally eliminate homelessness. But you know what they do? If I come with my group, which we will, and we start putting a dent in this homelessness, which we will, if only way it's gonna be hard for us if all of y'all is just fake. Y'all fake. Y'all talk about unity, but y'all and Ringo was just talking about that angry man. I agree with them. It almost seemed like black people think it's a crime or a sin to support each other. And we practically have to beg. I shouldn't even have to. If you like my content or you like Angry Man, I mean, y'all know we had the issue with Pearly. But holding grudges ain't the answer. If somebody get out of line, you just correct them. But people should be able to focus on their content. And if you appreciate that content changing your life, you should just give on your own. Why do you have to be told to give? Like, I don't get that. Like, it's too many people who being touched by content from this creator, that creator, that for this support to be so low. Y'all sure be giving to them women, though. But you think she gonna say, you know what? I appreciate that gift. Why don't you fly me to your house and I'm finna give you some? She's not gonna say that. She's not. So you can start giving a little more to the male content creators and a little less to them female content creators. Especially if you be in touch with the talk about dating and relationships. I know that the men are helping you more than they are. They basically, a lot of them regurgitating. Putting stuff I say, stuff Anthony Spade, everybody else, Coach Greg, everybody else. And we got to stop seeing each other as competition and just stay in our lane. But Martin Luther King saw that they were using him to further agendas that's gonna push us down, like integration. All right, they want to sit by us on the bus. Let's let people from all over the world on the bus too. Well, people from all over the world wasn't the ones that y'all was saying had to sit in the back. So how can you look out for them before you look out for us. This is what they do. And I know, y'all have proven that y'all, and being in Wisconsin, I know that some of these people is downright scared of us. They'll call the police on you and you merely trying to do a delivery. Like sometimes I be leaving from people, I was like, I don't want to deal with no police. I hope they don't call them. These people be looking like they want to call the police on you for nothing. That's how I know that the slavery thing was a little different than what we think. These people are scary. So when did they lose the courage? Because a lot of them scary. Then they talk this stuff, like the dude that they say Taylor Swift was going with. Oh, it should be a misdemeanor to kill black people. Hey, listen, man. You think it's going to be like back then? You better hide and do it. Because it ain't going to be like it was back in the day. People is not going to let you just snuff them out. That dumb stuff, but if it did happen, there would be casualties on both sides. You think that it's just gonna be us losing life? No, it's gonna be them too. That's why it's stupid. Cause that ain't even the real issue. That's what the devil wants you to believe. The devil don't like us melanateds because our ancestors were the ones who were making the effort to worship the true God. A lot of these other people, they ancestors were creating their own gods. And it was thus infuriating the real God. So, I really ask you, if you gonna vote for Joe Biden or Michelle or Kamala or any of them, for the sake of us all, just stay home. Stay home. If you don't want 100 million migrants over here, what they gonna say next? We're gonna let the migrants control the jails. We're gonna let the migrants be the nurses in the hospitals. Dude, that's a slap in the face towards us melanateds, man. But anyway, I'm gonna get going. I'm sure I got more videos. I just had to add some Black history content. You know, don't be one of the ones that try to lessen the effect of Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X. They all helped us in their own ways. Always remember that. Thanks for watching.